Hey everyone, it's Caito, and in today's video, I'm going to be doing a speed build for one of these RV campers using the face cutout standees. I'm going to be creating kind of a bear workshop area, so if you're interested in content like this and you want to see more in the future, I'd appreciate it if you like and subscribe, but let's just get right into it. So obviously these RVs are so popular right now. I feel like everybody is doing them and there are so many amazing designs available to choose from. So one thing I like about these face cutout standees as well is that they're not an item like the simple panels. All you have to do to place them is go into your pro patterns, and if you have one saved or if you've created one on your own, all you have to do is display them and they will pop up, and then when you want to take them down, you just take them down like you do any other item, and they don't go into your inventory, they just disappear, which is amazing because with simple panels, you have to purchase them. Obviously, you're limited to ordering 5 a day, so if you're doing a lot of builds using simple panels, that can become really tedious, and then customizing them all, it's just a pain. So these are super easy to use and you don't have to customize anything. You just use the face cutout standee and place these down in front of some stalls, and it creates this illusion of an RV camper style van. So obviously there are tons of food trucks, flower shops, all kinds of stuff you can do with this. So I wanted to try to do something a little bit different that I hadn't seen yet, and I basically am creating kind of a bear workshop, almost like a mobile Build-A-Bear, but a little more vintage feeling than that. Maybe like a bear repair shop style of thing. I just wanted a reason to use more bears on my island, honestly. Let's be real here. I am in love with the teddy bears right now. I just love them so much. So this area, I created kind of a mock version on a separate part of my island during one of my streams, but I actually found the perfect place for this area down in this sunken area next to my fairy mountain. So I ended up tearing it down where I had it and moved it over here, and I absolutely love this area for it because my issue with these RV campers is the illusion of them. When you get close to them at a certain angle, you can just see that gap between the stall and the top of the standee, but where I have it down here, the only way that you're going to view it is from the second tier, kind of in the distance, so you won't break that illusion as much. Obviously, there's still the tiniest little gap, but it doesn't bother me that much as it does when you get close to it. So I do add some trees and things in front of it as well to kind of hide the sides of the camper, because that's another thing that kind of bothers me, and that's just a personal thing. I love when other people have these campers on their islands, and however they choose to do them, that is great with me. But for my island, personally, I like to have the illusions as immersive as possible and just really try to cater to that illusion as much as I can. So that's what I did here. I do want to point out that all of the codes that I use in this build and all of my builds are always in my card, which is just a website that I've compiled all of the custom codes that I use, plus so much more, and that is always linked down in my description below. So if you see a code that you like, definitely check out that link in the description, and you can find the codes for all of this, as well as the creator's social media for all of these codes, so definitely check them out too. But I'm going to let you guys watch me build for a little bit, and then I will come back and talk some more about what I'm doing. Okay, so obviously because I've done this build previously as kind of a mock version on a separate area of my island, this build comes together a lot more easily than some of my other ones because I already had an idea of where I wanted to place certain things, as far as like the sewing machine, the mush table. I do have a lot less room here than I did in the previous area that I had this, so some things didn't necessarily make the cut, but I have all of these bears, this little sewing area, and then I also just wanted an excuse to use one of these kids' tents. It doesn't really make sense down here, but I thought it was cute and I thought it kind of matched the aesthetic in this area, so I end up adding a kids' tent. You can never have too many of these things, so kids' tents, bears, all the things, I just love them and I thought it was really cute. So I added that. Also, the train tracks in this area, they also don't really make sense, but I imagined it in my head because my entire island is elevated. I almost imagine it to be like a subway style train, like running through the cliffs of my island. That's kind of how I make it work in my brain. And I just think they're cute. Train tracks with flowers on them is adorable. So I'm gonna let you guys watch me finishing up this area, adding in some custom patterns, adding in some more flowers, and then we'll come back at the end and I'll show you guys the finished product. Alright, so here we are with the finished bear camper area, and I seriously love this so much. It's like a little shop where you can come and get your bear fixed or buy a bear. I just think it's so cute. Again, I just wanted an excuse to put more bears on my island, and so I thought this worked. And I love the little tent next to it. So what do you guys think? Do you like the way that this build turned out? I would love to know your opinions down in the comments below. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, I'd appreciate if you'd like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!